Alrighty, Mr. GK, the Gatekeeper here, out here around the northeast end of Georgia. And I'm sorry, I had to show this beforehand. Let's see, this is probably going to be my 5th or 6th time doing this. And you're probably asking what? Mr. 22 knows. Basically building a Texas Star from the actual ground up. The last one I did like this was a Sweet 16. And mainly the only reason I'm doing this is because I have, let's see, I have 2 more amps like this. That's pretty much been parted and is bare down like, bare bone like this. Been parted, hardly have, no switches, no SO239s, etc. on it. I've got I've got this one, and I've got another 500. We're going to be building you a 667 Texas Star 667. Let's see here. I'm probably going to just go ahead and do away with these boards. I've got some brand new boards. I'm not actually going to take the time to actually populate brand new boards or nothing. There's no need to do all that extra work when you've already got some boards ready to go. So I've got some new boards ready to go. I'm going to go dig out of the Texas Star part collection, out of the old vault. And this frame is bent a little bit. I think I'm going to probably throw a new frame on it. Yeah, it's a little bent. Yeah, I'm going to get me another frame and put it on it. Get you some new switches, new lenses, a new meter. We're going to build you a 667, man. If you get lucky, we may be able to use some Toshibas. I don't count on it. I'm not giving no promises. You know, those Toshibas are $200 a piece right now. A little bit over $200 a piece right now. That means used ones are worth at least 100 if you want to know half that. So that'd be about 440, $450 just in Toshibas. But if not, we for sure going to use some brand new HGs. We'll see. I'm going to go look through and see what I got laying around. You've already been waiting a good bit. Just recently I had a little bit of issues with my legs. Dang legs and feet swelling up like dang balloons. And it's took me out of work for quite a few, about a week or two, if not longer. If you added up all the days, it's been a good bit. I hadn't been able to stay out here working as long as I usually can. Pretty much about an hour and a half, and I have to get back up, or hour and a half again, and then sometimes I'll just have to go back in and lift my dang feet up, man. Tell you what, man, you got to keep yourself in shape when you're sitting down working on these amplifiers all day, and I hadn't been doing that like I'm supposed to, but hey, I'm starting to now. I'm hard-headed. But boy, this thing's a mess, ain't it? We're going to take this thing and turn it into a beautiful piece of art. So when I come back, it should be done. We're going to throw you a fan kit on there too. You went ahead and said you want to go with a fan kit, so we're going to do that. So let's get the rocket rolling. We'll be back. All right, Mr. 22. You ready to see what I got put together for you, big brother? This is what you call the difference of night and day, summer and winter. I guess water and fire. Booyah! Oh yeah. Do you notice anything in here, man? Let me give you a little hint. Something that's getting about more scarce than finding gold in your backyard. Non-dot Toshibas, my friend, with an HFE of about 55. Very, very, very good health Toshibas. Them suckers are worth bare minimum $80 to $100 a piece. Of course, with the Toshiba 2290 as the driver. So, brother, you definitely getting your money's worth. I think you know that. So we went ahead and did the full power wire upgrade for you after we dropped these new boards in here. This thing took a lot more longer than I anticipated. I got finished with it, and I think I worked maybe 2 days, 2 full days on it. No, I don't work fast. I'm a guy that kind of works slow and tries to, make no mistakes, even though I still make mistakes. It's just my nature. Everybody makes mistakes, especially when you're wiring up stuff like this. You're always going to put a wire to the left when you should have put it to the right, etc. But the more you do it, the better you get. But anyway, I got done with it before putting the fan kit on it, which is this right here. And had a little emergency that I had to take care of, which is that right there, which I believe you've already seen some pictures of. Basically, that guy's been waiting about, I don't know, 10 times longer than you. But that's a build. That's a total different department. But basically, that was an emergency that I had to take care of, just to mix with all the days and hours of work that I missed. But I had to put yours over to the side and get that taken care of, and then put yours back on the bench. That thing's so big, man. I hardly didn't have no room, because you can just to let you know what the bench looks like over here. Yeah, talk about having no room. So these are the next 2 builds I'm going to be knocking out. A 6-pill, candy painted green, and this is a 5-pill base. And there's the supplies for it right there. So yeah, I had to get that out of the way so I could have room to do this. So anyway, man, I got this all put together for you. And actually, this is a brand new front bezel. The frame is not brand new, but it was in absolute perfect condition. I just cleaned it up. This meter was on the front already, the front faceplate, and it had a little scratch, as you can see in the video right here. And you probably wouldn't have minded about it, but I went ahead and just took that off and replaced it with a brand new one. And I mean, when I say brand new, these literally just came out this year. These are the new ones they're using. Well, you probably can't see it, but this is a whole order of them right here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 by 4, 16 of them in an order. And things aren't cheap either, man. They rank in about 12 bucks a piece. So I went ahead and it was a snug fit too. That's one thing I do like about these new ones. They're a little bit more thicker right here, so I didn't have to sit there and super glue it or anything, or put a little bit of adhesive on it. So that's not going anywhere. I like that. All right, so I had to get you a brand new 100 ohm variable, which you see right here. You know, that's you can't even hardly find them anymore. That's another about 10, 12 bucks right there. Went ahead and got you all 4 brand new lenses here with brand new lens holders. All right, this relay right here that you see is absolutely brand spanking new. You can probably look at it and tell. I'm doing a video. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry about that. So that's a brand spanking new relay. 15 bucks straight out the old pocket. And relays are not cheap. A lot of stuff with Texas Star that are OEM isn't cheap, and I like to try to stick with OEM parts. Basically, I had this board right here that did not have a relay on it. It was a brand new board. Both of these boards are brand spanking new. Even went ahead and went through there and cleaned up some of the flux for you, and just cleaned up the boards. I like to do that whenever I'm able to. Went ahead and this wasn't on the board. I dropped a 2200 microfarad electrolytic on there for you. That's hooked up to the hot bus. Of course, I said did the full power wire upgrade. Okay, and this right here is 14 gauge wire, so this thing ain't gonna be starving for current at all whatsoever. Let's see. Need to add a little bit of attenuation right here, man, because this thing was dead keying. I mean, this thing's a beast, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was pretty surprised with how well it was performing. So got you the fan kit put on here. You got lucky. I had one of my mods come back to me. I did a little trade for it, and I took that fan kit that hadn't even been used. The guy got it for me and was about to put it in his mobile and never put the amp in his mobile. So I went ahead and just took that fan kit off there and installed it on yours. And got you, put some Andersons on here as well. Here's your other Anderson that I'll be sending with you, so you can put on your power wire. All right. Let's see here. I don't want to leave nothing out. Got you the fan sticker put on back there for you. I think that's about it. You got very, and I want to say very, very fortunate when it comes to the Toshibas. If I was like some other guys, Mr. 22, I wouldn't have put these Toshibas on here for you, man. I would have just put some HGs on here for you. But I catch myself in this situation a lot the last few years. I tell somebody a time that I'm going to be getting something done. It always elapses. I think it's the proper word, elapse. And I feel like I have to do something for them to make up for it. And at the end, I don't make much profit. And but I've only got 7 more amps to go, brother. And I am caught up. And I will not have to do that anymore. That's the only reason I did put these Toshibas in here for you. Because, you know, what I can say it is my fault that I had some health issues. But, you know, I didn't know it was going to rise up. But, you know, I'm still responsible for the extra time that it took. So that's why I went ahead and put them in. Hey, I could have sure used them somewhere else, brother. I'm going to let you know. Toshibas are hard. He's hard to come after, man. They are not the easiest things in the world, especially in the health that those are in. Those actually came out of another Texas star. And that's for some weird reason. Finding Toshibas and Texas stars, a lot of times they're in great health. I wonder why that is. I haven't quite pinpointed that down. Got you labeled up there with a Gatekeeper product sticker, and let's rock and roll, man. I got you hooked up to the regulated servo supply right here for now. I will burp it on the unregulated 100 amp supply since we do have Toshibas in here, but just to show you that this thing is working, and it's working great. I'm going to put you on the lowest power setting that you can have, okay? Alright, this is a 500 watt slug. This is PEP. This over here is a 1000 watt slug on average. Alright, this is the lowest setting, okay? The variable's up, but we got both attenuators in, okay? No, look at that. 400 watts PEP. Oh, right there about 100 bird. All right, we're gonna take that out. This is your medium setting. Go over 500 watts PEP. Go 200 bird. I'm telling you, man, this thing is rocking, son. Oh dear. Oh dear. This thing is rocking. That meter probably could be adjusted a little bit, but it's fine. As long as, and if it was slapping the wall on low, I would have to go in here and drop this resistor on down from a 15K to a 10, but it's good. It's fine. All right, this is on high. When it's on high, we still got the 75 ohm attenuated, just because it's working so well. Go 500 off the scale. Go, look at that. Almost 300 bird, like 280, almost 300 bird on the servo supply. This servo supply is barely even holding it, man. 5 watt slug for your input reflect. Dude, look at that. Dude. It don't get no better than that, brother. Just a teensy-weensy movement on your input reflect. That means every bit of power that's going in this amp is going in it. Every power I'm putting in it is going in it. You have literally just a tiny hair coming back. That's a 5-watt slug. Let's see. That's a 5-watt slug. Right here's a 1/2 watt. In between that's a 1/4. So we're talking about a hair of a watt. I like to call a hair of a watt coming back to you. All right, man. Let's see here. I'm gonna hook it up to the unregged supply. Really ain't no reason to, but I just want to go ahead and show you that it is doing what it's supposed to be doing. You're getting a good power out of it. If this had HGs in it, I wouldn't do this. But since it does got HGs, and I don't even think I'm gonna hook up the hot radio, because this thing's already doing almost 300 bird just with a 4-watt radio. By the way, my radio is only doing 4 watts RMS, about 18 to 20 watts peak. Okay, probably guess it's going to be doing 400 bird. That's just a guess. So there's no reason to hook the hot radio up and make it do 500-600. You know, I used to go crazy with that with the Texas Stars, but I've got enough videos out there showing crazy numbers out of 667s like that. All right, be right back. All right, brother, we're just going to do some quick burps here. I ain't going to sit there and stay on it since we are unregulated. All right, we just got it on the unregulated supply. We got a 1,000-watt slug now in PEP. That's creeping up to about 800 watts RMS. So right there about 350. I was guessing around 400, about 350. I got this little extra attenuation in here too. That's just with a 4-watt radio, man. This thing is working great. I gotta tell you personally, now this is your amp, you can do what you want. If this was my personal amp, I'd probably run it about 500-600 watts PEP. That's just my personal, especially how scarce these Toshibas are. But it's all up to you. I'd have run mine about, you know, like I said, 500-600 PEP, 250-300 bird at the most. That's just me. So you can do as you wish, of course. Now, I made sure to unhook the fans there too, because these fans are not regulated, but they're good up to 15 volts, 15.2. You're fine. So there you go, man. Yeah, I almost forgot to mention. Got you a brand new lid, bro. That's about, what is it, 16 bucks. I've had this lid sitting around here. The only thing I did not get around to doing was painting the lid. The bottom is painted. You'll notice the bottom's a little bit more black. You know, I can always throw some paint on if you want me to before I ship it. You just let me know in the video. It's up to you. I normally paint them both when I make the fan kits or whatever, but I just hadn't got around to painting it. Yeah, I could throw some Rust-Oleum paint on there for you if you want to. It looks great when you match it like that, but it's up to you, man, or I can get this thing packed up and out to you tomorrow. Yes, sir. Thanks for hanging in there with me, brother. You got you a nice amp here now, man. All right, brother, we'll catch you later. Anybody watching this, something you might like, I don't normally build amps like this from the ground up because it is a lot of extra time. This is just a special situation, need a little bit of extra cash. You know, sometimes when you're in a little bind like that, you'll spend a couple more hours on labor. You know, if you added up the labor and all that, it wasn't really worth it logically. But in the end, he's getting a great amp. He helped me out at the same time. Everybody's happy. All right, 73's Gatekeeper, Northeast into Georgia. I'm good and gone. Bye-bye.